Speaking of people getting fooled by propaganda, did y'all see Tiffany Haddish?
Oh my God, I was just going to thank you for getting into that because we were going to get into that. Yeah.
Is getting a all expenses paid trip to Israel, apparently. Actually, I can't say whether or not it's all expenses paid. I don't know that. But to find out the truth, apparently, that
here's the video. It's in the chat. This is from Threads. I dropped it in the chat just now. But
is she a big pro-Israel? I don't follow her, so I'm not sure.
Nobody would have known until
I didn't know.
Video.
I didn't know. I'm actually a fan. I really love an animated series that she does the voices of.
But she's been going through a downward spiral. So just what was it? Yesterday, she posted this video of her on a plane where she's sipping a cocktail, which we can see is she's in first class. It could be a mimosa. I don't know. But she's going on a rant about her heading to Israel to go see for herself what's happening because she can't trust anything. But I'm like, all that's been in the media is babies' bodies and all those, like, how can you not trust your eyes?
Of all times.
But take a listen to what she says.
Billboard, baby. Yes, I'm just on the airplane and business class.
Oh my God, the whole thing.
On my way to Israel. I'm sorry, Yamanika. I'm sorry, Yamanika. I'm going without you. I'm sorry. I'm going to go meet my future man out there. I'm out. Going to the Holy Land. I suggest you all do it. Why go? Why not go?
Touché.
Is it a live video she's on?
Yeah, she was on. She was at a. It's a 13-minute live.
We're watching the whole thing. There's no way to pause this.
Champagne, give me gas.
Well, she goes into Hold on. I don't know how long this video.
You can't pause these videos. What the hell?
That's crazy.
There's a bar
click
at
on
the
it.
bottom.
Doesn't pause.
You can,
click on it.
Bar, but
see if you can scroll over.
Just click on the. We just click on the.
Have some fun, it's gonna be great. Then I'm gonna
There's
learn
other
about
things in that cup.
I'm gonna go see
she did before this. She had to. There's some other.
I'm gonna go see for myself. Is like said throughout the whole thing, but it's like
she says in the video basically like y'all, I need to go see for my eyes what's going on out there. I can't trust what y'all posting or those type of things. And she goes in, she says like y'all can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna go over there and see what y'all been saying. I can't trust that. I need to go and basically see with my eyes. And I'm like, first of all, you're treating this like a whole vacation to go check out Genocide and
well, she won't see that. She'll just see the good. She'll go to Tel Aviv. She'll go on the beach.
But she's saying that she's gonna go see what's happening there. She needs to go. She's politicizing it herself. And if you're going to Tel Aviv, you're going to. And then Israel, I think posted on their page on Twitter, like, please do come and let us host a bar mitzvah for you, like a party or something like that. And they reposted her 13-minute live. And then I think TMZ just spoke with her today earlier, and she responded. I think she's on the phone with them. And she said that, she was in tears and saying, she needed to go see herself. I didn't listen. I didn't want to be bothered with it. But it sounds like basically she was a bit remorseful for how people took what she said. And I don't want to, add.
But it's war zone tourism, right? By definition.
This is what they do.
Tourism.
Bobby Lee, another comedian, has discussed like he regrets going because he was forced to promote the country. From I think this is a few years ago he talked about this.
Israeli government is flying out like celebrities for free out there to do a tour for free, and it's on the house. They fly you first class, the whole thing. And I go, it's free? And they go, yeah, it's not free. Because when you land there, they go, you have to every day tweet positive things about Israel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just felt so uneasy about it. I don't know much about it. I just know that they're in conflict. But I did what they said. It was just basically, Palestinians, Israel's a beautiful country.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's true.
It is true, but then it's like I had to tag the government in it or whatever.
Oh, that's crazy. The Israeli government?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's weird as shit.
Yeah, and it was just like every day it was just nonstop.
You were cucking for the Israeli government.
Yeah, but I wish I hadn't gone really.
That's sad. I don't like that. And if that's what Tiffany Haddish decided to do. And like I said, in a post that I made, I don't care if it's Black History Month. I don't care if it's tomorrow, like the next month, the month before that. She's not above us literally, I wouldn't say attacking her, but having this conversation. And she's not above reproach about this whole thing. We understanding what's happening there is you saying that you need to see with your eyes. I feel like that is so insensitive to what we've been seeing for like for the last couple months, like what we've been seeing online. What are you talking about? Like this thing is you clearly are you're taking this. The whole video setup was crazy. You're in business class. There are people in Palestine who are dying. Genocide is happening right now. And you're telling it you're in business class and you're about to take a flight to Israel and you're going to Tel Aviv, but you need to go see what's happening with your eyes over there. Because I'm sure in her life, people are like, well, don't you know what's happening across the way? Don't you know what's happening in Palestine? Don't you know what's happening to the people of Gaza? Are you not seeing that? And you're going over there. So she was just like saying, I need to go see with my eyes and this and that. And she started to talk about where she's has heritage from in Eritrea, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And she, an African country. And she was saying like, trying to make it better. Like, I have a bank accounts over there. I got, I go over there and I try to pour into like, no, ma'am, we're talking about, girl, you're right now, you brought this up and you're being so insensitive and you're being disrespectful. And it's not a good look, but you are partnering with Israel and they reposted you. Clearly, they've done something to pay. This is an all expense paid trip and this and that and that. Some people were saying, and again, I did not watch her response video to this, so I can't speak to that right now. I just didn't feel like watching it at the time. But people are saying that she's going there to do a comedy show or something like that. But I'm not sure how true that is. Either way,
even that's deeply problematic.
Yeah. I mean, and in general, when I saw this, other people were pointing to something else. Apparently, she's accused of grooming as well.
Y'all didn't hear about this story? This was another cancellation that happened earlier last year.
This one's way worse on Ari Spears, though. Like, if you didn't know about this, Ari Spears basically made a comedy sketch. It's kind of like similar to what you could put on James Franco. Like, you're getting people to do really fucked up stuff as actors, even if it's for a sketch. It's really fucked up, and in this case, it involves kids. And then he wanted for this, like, quote unquote pedophile sketch, he wanted Tiffany Haddish to like be a part of it, but she didn't like conceive of it. She's also condemned it, and I think the original people who said that, like, who brought charges against her not charges, but a civil case, dropped it because they said that like it wasn't her idea. She was just it's more like, I think Ari Spears was fucking disgusting. That was what he thought would be funny. And
he tried to keep on making it funny, and nobody can't F with me. That was his response. Tiffany's was more like, I didn't know, I didn't like that kind of thing. And then in that one, I was even like, okay, like, I don't think that this was malicious. Like, she understood what was happening at the time. Like, I don't think that was that full context, even though it's terrible. I just think there have been so many things that have been happening, and Tiffany has just been going on a downward spiral. I think this in itself is super dangerous, what she's supporting. And again, I don't care. It's Black History Month. I love Black women and I love Black men, but I don't care if you guys are on the wrong side of something. Like I said, you are not above reproach. Like, I'm gonna come for you, and I'm not gonna be like attacking her, but it's simply put, like, come on, like, that's not it. You're in business class. You're literally like on vacation. Like, we know you're rich, and what's happening across the way is people are dying, and you are the one that brought that up. Where what you see in the media and I know, like, online, are you not seeing there are photos and videos that we don't even want to see, but this is clear as day as to what is happening. While a lot of those people are being muted, they can't even share their story. They're utilizing social media to share their stories because media itself, like mainstream media, there is not going to do so. It's not going to paint the true picture. So it ain't like Tiffany Haddish hasn't seen it. It just sounds like she was paid to go do whatever she needs to go do over there, and make Israel, add to people making Israel look like it's just the best country in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean, they are struggling to, hold up this facade that they're a compassionate democracy that's respecting international law. So since they're failing when it comes to public opinion, they're trying to latch on to any celebrity who can help rehabilitate their image. And Tiffany Haddish decided to be a useful idiot for them. And maybe right now it's not really, she'll see a little bit of pressure, but I think that like years down the line, when people stop pretending that this isn't a genocide, she'll realize, oh, I helped do a little bit of sanitation of that. Maybe I feel a little bit guilty. I mean, who knows though, because people are complicated. They compartmentalize and never look at the shitty things they did.
She may feel guilty though.
It feels like she really was antagonistic with the way that she went about this, right? Like if you're like, oh, I'm just genuinely curious. I wanted to see, I just wanted to go to Israel. I'm sorry. I don't know about what's going on.
Google, you don't like.
But she's drinking a whole mimosa.
It seems, it's an endorsement by definition. If you're like, I'm in business class, I'm having an awesome time, great.
You just
drinks,
can't cry ignorance here. It's like you don't give a shit about the genocide.
Yep, and that's where I think it became very problematic. Like we don't do that. You know what your people have gone through, your heritage, and yourself as a Black person in America. You can't look at this and be like, I'm gonna go try to see what's going on. And no, girl, like no. And that's and then she goes, and then she'll go on a live and be like, people don't know I'm living my real life. None of this bothers me. But yet, again, with that video on TMZ, because they spoke with her over the phone, and I think they got some footage of her walking while they were asking her questions as well. And it seems like she's a little bit remorseful about what she said. She regrets probably how she said it. But when I feel like watching it, because again, I don't feel like it getting on my nerves. So, but I think it just stirred up, and it's not only her, whoever else. I don't care who you are. If y'all stand there sticking right beside genocide, I don't want anything to do with you. I just don't. I just can't. I can't.
I have a feeling she's gonna. I mean, I'm glad to hear that she feels remorseful. I don't know if that's because she's just like, okay, I can't take the heat. But like one thing that I've noticed is with these celebrities, they end up doubling down once they take a little bit of backlash. Michael Rappaport, Noah Schnapp, the Stranger Things kid, the other Stranger Things actor, the guy who looks like a creep. I don't remember his name, but like they end up backing themselves into a corner, and they refuse to get out. They just start tripling down, and they deteriorate into fucking crazy psychopaths. It's like that, like the Israel version of what transphobes do, like that guy Graham Linham or something in the UK, like how he lost everything and blamed trans people because he started being transphobic. Like you start to kind of like spiral, as you said, Rebecca. Yeah, it's any celebrity who's doing apologia for genocide, fuck them. That should lead to a cancellation. That should lead to accountability. But it won't. Like if she were to say that the genocide is bad, that would lead to actual like repercussions for her career. But because she's on the side of the oppressor, and because conventional wisdom says that's okay, that's where the Overton window is, she'll probably be just fine. Like she'll have some people on social media attack her, but for the most part, like right now, it doesn't matter if you're pro genocide, unfortunately. But maybe one day it will. Hopefully it will.
Well, we'll see. Probably on Saturday I'll go more into detail on her response and things like that. But it just I ain't messing with her. Her cancellation has happened a couple of times for comments that she's made, for a lot of different things. Her being drunk and driving. I feel like she's going down a downward spiral. Hopefully she gets help. I think that there's something going on there, honestly. And hopefully she gets help. But I hope that her service is taken away, just like mine was this morning when I couldn't use my phone when AT&T had me down to the ground. Were you guys able to use your services at all?
No, I didn't have trouble, but AT&T was down today. Yes.
Yeah, David and Lance, I ain't talking to y'all because I don't know if it affected over there in Canada, but it was. Wow. Was your phone down this morning? I was on SOS for hours.
I have Verizon, so I wasn't affected.
I think some Verizon, some. I don't see. It always be me. I told y'all. My sister, who's on the same service as me, was just like, "Girl, ain't nothing wrong with my phone." Like, really, and that's how I work. And internet and phones were down. I wasn't able to communicate or do anything for until like maybe 3 p.m. That's when everything got back up. But I was on SOS. I think over 500,000 people were affected by this. Wow. So, I know a lot of people are using that as an excuse to get back into the bed and be like, you know what? Quiet time for me. Like, I don't have to deal with anything. But then a lot of people who make money you know, content creation, those things, they were losing $1 or $2 from this. And that's how I work is, you know, I have to have internet. I have to be able to use my phone. And I couldn't at the time. I just thought, oh man, like what's going on? And then I thought about like an apocalypse. I went down a crazy rabbit hole. I'm like, is everybody okay?
Oh no.
Did Jesus come? Is there apocalypse? Is that movie that we were talking about? That Obama
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
That movie was on your mind.
Yes, I started getting crazy. But then I connected to my partner's Wi-Fi, and then I was able to see that it wasn't only me. And then you go to Twitter, right? I don't use Twitter that much, but then I went to Twitter, and all I had to do was type in AT&T, and I saw that it wasn't just me. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Not
Binder
apocalyptic.
could probably
yet.
explain this more. There was a lot of stuff down today, though, right? Like, wasn't like a ton of major companies, like tech and otherwise?
It seems like the most of it was based on AT&T being down. Then people trying to Verizon and T-Mobile users trying to call AT&T users and not being able to get through, so thinking there was something wrong with their service. And then AT&T users, like I saw a lot of complaints about Spotify being down, but I didn't see anything about Spotify being down. But it would make sense that if your AT&T phone, if your wireless carrier is AT&T and you're trying to use Spotify on your phone like most people do, and you can't connect, you're going to assume something's wrong with Spotify and not AT&T. So that seems to be, most of it seems to be based on the fact that AT&T was down. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I paid my bill. I know I did. Did I pay it? You get crazy. And now I'm like, now I got to call them and have a conversation and be like, for all of what happened to me, I was stressed. I was traumatizing. I need $50 off my next bill. Something got to happen. Okay. Something has to happen. That's relying on technology, relying on, that's how I work. Right. And all of that was down. I couldn't do a thing.